Hey, this is Steve with Best Bid. Today we're going to be doing a takeoff on this particular plan here that we have in front of us. And the idea is not to necessarily get every piece of or product that's needed to do it, but just to give you a simple idea of just how easy it can be to estimate this page. With the Best Bid Hybrid Pro, most of the work's done for you. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You don't have to do a lot of thinking. You have to simply just follow the instructions. You just want to count the fixtures, do your measurements, and then enter it into the estimate. So the first thing I like to do is I like to find this fixture schedule, and I'm going to enter the tags into the little counting tags over here. So like your A, B, C, D, E, F, I'm just going to enter those in real simple and quick. So first thing you have to do is create you a group. We're going to call that lighting, and then we'll just enter the tags and enter them in just as they correspond with the lighting schedule. So then after that, we're going to go to the measurement, and we're just going to measure the conduit. These fixtures, most of the fixtures are going to have fixture whips, and the software includes a box for each fixture, so you don't have to think about that. There's a few fixtures like these C's and D's. We're going to add a whip later on just by clicking a button. We're going to take care of the horizontal links going down to these emergency lights and the E fixtures. We'll do that on our distance apart, so you don't even have to worry about that. So we're just going to count, and then we're going to measure, and you're going to see just how easy it is to turn this page into an estimate. So let's get started. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to go about attacking this drawing. So we're just going to count the fixtures first. That's pretty easy. I'm going to let the auto count do the A's since that's a big part of the job, just to kind of speed things up a little bit. So it goes left and right, up and down, and diagonal both ways. So it takes the same amount of time as it does to do a big job. So I'm going to accept these counts, and looks like it did pretty good. So then what I do is, when you first start, I'm going to do bigger than I really would have to, but I'm going to make this be a little bit larger. So I get an area that I can view, and I just count the fixtures in the area. So that's all there is to it. So I'm going to move down to another view. And just repeat the process. So I'm not in really a big hurry. I could do this a lot faster, but I just want to kind of give you the idea of how I would do a bigger job. Okay, I'll just take another view. And your view doesn't have to be this large. The more used to it you get, the larger your view can be, the smaller the view can be. Pretty simple. I would have probably already had these counted if I wasn't trying to record and count. And this just is a process, so I'm not even worried if I miss one, but So you can go through and count a different way if you'd like to, but this is the way that I find that I generally never miss anything this way. So I think that's it. So I'll just take a brief look around and I'll go back the same way that I did in reverse. And I'll just double check for things that I miss. And you may find something you miss later on and you'll check it later. So it'll be all right. So there's a G fixture I forgot to get. And the H. Make sure I got this corridor. All right, so that's all there is to it. Now the fixtures are counted and I have adjusted the man hours. So I'm going to give a little more time to the C and D and E and G and H fixture. And I just looked at the lighting schedule and I saw what looked like would take more than 0.75 man hours. So now I'm just going to make sure I catch all the raceways that I need. So I'm going to start with a 1/2 inch with 4 number 12s because there's going to be a constant hot for the emergency lights that I see. So they'll be running the same raceway as your switch conductors. So I'll run 1/2 inch with 4 number 12s wherever I think I'm going to need it. So it looks like I'll need it through this raceway. Looks like I'll need it down this hallway for sure. I'm going to need it in this room. Well, if I see I need any more in a minute, I'll get that. But now I'm just going to go get the 1/2 inch with 3 number 12s and fill in the blanks. So I'll need a 3-wire to these emergency lights. So that'll take care of that. It flex into each one of these. So this needs to be a 4-wire. So your way may be a little bit different, but it's going to be the same general way of doing things. Pretty simple. I think you can get the idea of what I'm doing. Okay, so now I'm going to create one 1/2 inch with 3 number 10s. I'm going to edit that out to be a number 6 weight so I can see it. And the color doesn't really matter. Okay, it's these fixtures on the outside of the building. Okay, so that's the majority of the conduit. So now I would run a home run. It's 3/4 with 7 number 12s. That's going to be 3 hots, 3 neutrals, and a ground. The panel's in the electrical room over here. Right here. So there's a home run that goes to here and here. Then I'll change down to 5. And then I'll end back up with 3 again. So I've pretty quickly called all the conduit. And I'm going to be adding some more for the ups and downs on the estimate side of the page. I'll explain that in just a minute. So that's pretty quick way of doing it. Before I leave and turn this into the estimate, I'm going to look at the lighting schedule, and I've noticed that the ELF, H, X, XEM, and EM need a drop down going down horizontal. So I'm going to take care of that on the estimating side. So all you do from here is save and close. Then we're going to go to the control panel. You're going to click lighting, click new. Going to get on the right job, add multiple counts. Just simply load these in, hit save, go to assembly details, and then now I'm not going to use this distance apart because I've actually scaled everything out. So I want to go ahead and just start I'm just going to zero all these out. But I want the L fixture to have 10 foot and the H fixture to have 10 foot and the XEM 10 foot and the EM 10 foot. And then the rest I'm going to give 2 foot just to cover a little bit of extra. So save and close. My lighting is completely done. That's everything I need to install the lighting. Now I'm going to go to branch circuits. So you just open up your takeoff list, get it in a good view that you can see. Go to measures, get it on the correct job. All right, so I can see that I have 1/2 inch with 3 number 12s, 780 foot. Click it off. 1/2 inch with 4 is 670. 1/2 inch with 5 is 30. 3/4 with 7 is 130. And 3/4 with 10 is 440. So that's all there is to it. We've entered everything we need for our lighting, including our horizontal and vertical. We're going to save this, go to assembly details, and I'm going to rename this to lighting. lighting branch circuits. I'm going to hit save, and that's all there is to it. So now under Assembly Summary, you can see where we've entered the lighting. There's other things in here, but we've entered the lighting, we've entered the lighting branch circuit. I hope that gives you an idea of a different way of doing things. So now we've finished our takeoff of the lighting page, and you can always take your assembly names and change them to lighting first floor, second floor, or anything that you'd like to name them. You can adjust your labor for difficulty if you need to. But I want to go back and we addressed it earlier. I want to go back and add flex or fixture whip to the fixtures that doesn't come with a fixture whip. So we said that C and D and E and F, G and H and the emergency fixtures all need a fixture whip. It's just as easy as adding use flex. So we just would hit save, assembly detail, and now we've kind of completed everything that we need. That should pretty much take care of it. Next you would just go and assign labor to your project. We've addressed this many times in many videos, but you would go to labor, and here we have different percentages of labor for different costs. You could make it be 100%, but just save and close, go to the summary, and that's all there is to it. Simple as can be. Hope this helps you understand just a little bit about the speed of best bid and what it can do for you. Just please let us know how we can help. We're more than happy to talk with you about estimating and give you our views and takes and talk about different ways to do it. Have a blessed day. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.